Hi everybody, I'm John from EXP First, and today we're going to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart in a very nerdy way. We're going to talk about CRM systems. So, optimizing your business, especially a B2B business, can really be amplified through a CRM system, even if you're small. Doesn't matter the size. So, on our agenda today, what we're going to do is we're going to cover 5 main topics. First, we're going to talk about the 4 reasons to use a CRM. Then we're going to discuss what the right CRM is for you and your business and how you can kind of weigh different options. Then we're going to talk about how you can create an omnichannel experience at a real high level view. Can't get into the weeds because it can get complex depending on the CRM you choose, as well as the different integrations as well that you use in your business. Then lastly, we're going to cover 2 different case studies. First one, we're going to talk about how a CRM can be used to improve ad ROI, and then also how lead management and time management can really be boosted through the use of a CRM system. So let's dive in. 4 reasons to use a CRM. First one, you can see up to a 300% conversion rate increase. Sales managers out there are seeing these boosts because you're getting time back. You're also going to get a more effective sales funnel by using a CRM, which we'll get into in a little bit here soon. Reason number 2 is you actually can see a 39% increase in cross-selling and upselling. So if your business offers more than one product, and especially products that are relevant to the other product you're selling, a CRM can really help you close more deals and bigger deals by upselling and cross-selling your current customers as well as your new customers. Reason number 3 is, on average, businesses see an $8.71 return on investment for every dollar they spend on a CRM system. What this means is that if you're spending $100 a month on a CRM system like HubSpot or Salesforce, then you're going to see $871 on average come back to your business over time. If you're a small business, that is $10,000 a year approximately coming back into your business. That can add up quick, and it can definitely lead to exponential growth as well. Reason number 4 is you can actually see a 27% increase in your customer retention. We all know that retaining a customer is so valuable, and keeping those customers buying and even upselling or cross-selling them to new products and new offerings is just going to keep your business growing exponentially, which is exactly what we all want to see. We don't want to see that linear curve just going up, up, up. We want to see it curve. We want to see that huge upswing. So a CRM system can really help you make that transition into an exponential curve. What is the right CRM for you? We have 2 main options that we always look at. Salesforce. Salesforce is everywhere. It's used by big contractors like the government, as well as other huge organizations. Then there's HubSpot, another big company, but they focus more on smaller businesses and medium-sized businesses. Then there's also a couple other options. So you can see here we have Microsoft Dynamics CRM, Zoho CRM, and even a company called Thrive. These are just a few samplings of potential CRMs that are out there. If you want to dive in to the smaller CRMs, we would highly suggest reaching out to them, seeing what they offer, and just kind of playing with them, test the waters out there and see what works best for your business. But today, we're going to focus on the 2 big ones. So we're going to focus on Salesforce and HubSpot. These 2 own a majority of the sales of CRMs, with Salesforce actually taking the majority, but we'll go over the comparison between the 2 here shortly, and you can kind of guide then yourself as to which one to explore next. So to start off, Salesforce has a decent user interface, but the biggest downfall for them is that the user interface can be complicated at times. For Salesforce, this user interface can be overwhelming, and it's not always the clearest. However, as we'll get into soon, there is a lot of options and a lot of customizations that can be done. HubSpot, on the other hand, still offers a lot of data, but it gives you easier customization as to what you want to see, when you want to see it, and how you see it. I will be honest though, no CRM system is going to be some really easy thing to look at. There's lots of data, lots of information, which is unfortunately just never an easy thing to look at, and is never easy to organize in a perfect way. Everyone's going to have a little bit different use cases, a little bit different organization, a little bit different industry. You're going to want different information at different places. Luckily, both of these can customize to some degree. All right, so let's get into which one is best for you. So we're going to have a little bit of a competition here. So round one, which one has the best pricing? So pricing for Salesforce and HubSpot really come down to what you want to get out of it. $165 a month is the starting price for Salesforce, whereas HubSpot comes in at a much cheaper price at $45. Salesforce also does provide a 30-day free trial, whereas HubSpot provides a free, as long as you'd like, version. Really not the greatest, unfortunately, but it will work for many people. However, one of the key points that we want to mention is that these prices are just the base level. They can get exponentially higher as you're growing and as you're using different services in their CRM platform. So HubSpot, for example, can get up to almost $2,000 or more a month, depending on what uses you need, what type of operations, and what type of unique ticketing systems you need to have inbound marketing done in your system as well. It can really roll everything into one omnichannel experience, but you do have to pay for that, unfortunately. Same with Salesforce. Salesforce does compartmentalize everything as well, so you might have to pay for the marketing aspect. You got to pay for the emails. You got to pay for the ticketing system. There's all those different aspects of it that really rack up that bill very quickly, but there is a benefit to that as well. As we'll see that the omnichannel experience really does help customers. And that's how you get those 300% conversion rate increases and those other benefits that we mentioned earlier. All right. Salesforce, unfortunately, is the more expensive option for most small businesses that are even B2B focused. If you're looking at a cleaning agency or some other type of business that's going to be reaching out to customers on a regular basis, but you don't need the complexity of a huge corporation, HubSpot may be a good option for you. All right. Round two, flexibility. So flexibility between these two, Salesforce comes with virtually limitless customizations, but it comes with a cost. Many organizations have to program Salesforce to operate in the ways they want. So, for example, I know coders that code websites in Salesforce, and it takes literally a programmer of some sort to make that website. Whereas nowadays, you can make a WordPress website through graphic design agencies and all kinds of different marketing agencies like EXP First to create a website and then have your CRM integrate with it. Whereas building a website through Salesforce gets costly. I also know of an example of the customizations that were required for a company. They had 2 full-time staffers that just worked on Salesforce. So you're talking about that monthly cost before, that $165 a month. So even if you just have that, then you have to add on 2 whole salaries for programmers. You're getting up there in cost very quickly. HubSpot is pretty much limitless as well. It's getting there, but not quite there yet. HubSpot in particular has less flexibility as far as what you can customize. But as I said, they are starting to add that ability for you to custom code everything. But for most use cases, what they have in the box for both of these is going to be useful and really what you need for your business most of the time. Very rarely do you have to have those custom coding. Most of the time you can just kind of add fields, run simple automations, things like that to really help your business thrive, but without having to customize it with the programmer's help. With flexibility, Salesforce comes on top. I mean, the ability to customize everything in your sales CRM is really awesome. The fact that you can have a website built in Salesforce that is fully fleshed out. I mean, the government uses it for many of their websites. We have very complex things such as managing mapping of services, mapping of products that they offer. They're rolling out internet throughout rural areas. So there's complexity there, but there's also that huge amount of flexibility. Round 2, flexibility, goes to Salesforce. Brings us to round 3, the final round that we're going to cover today, inbound. So how do they handle the inbound marketing aspects of a small business? Are you able to use social media in your CRM? Are you able to run ads out of there? Are you able to run blog posts? How well does it track that information with simplicity as well as efficiency? That's what we're going to explore here. So round 3, let's go. Salesforce, in this case, offers these options, but you have to pay just for that. Something that benefits you from a HubSpot perspective is that they have some options as well for inbound marketing at a slightly lower cost, whereas Salesforce, you essentially have to upgrade your plan to a higher plan, which just increase your costs even further. So in this case here, we give this round 3, to HubSpot. The fact that you can provide any kind of inbound marketing through HubSpot with those base level plans for $45 a month, we think is really great for a lot of small businesses. And if you're starting to see that 300% conversion rate for $45 a month, I mean, that's going to add up quickly to see that ROI keep growing. And it also allows you to dabble in a little bit more. I mean, $45 a month, a couple hours of commitment, just get it set up and rolling. You're really not looking at too much effort. Whereas you start looking at $500 a month, $400 a month for Salesforce, I mean, it starts to kind of start adding up there as far as what you can see as far as revenue very quickly. So in summary, pricing goes to HubSpot, and they offer a lot of lower cost tiers for small businesses. And they even have options for startups where they can get the higher tiers at a very low affordable cost for the first year or two. So it's something, if you're a startup company, something to look at for sure. Then flexibility. Salesforce definitely by far has the higher flexibility options. But once again, it comes with that price. It comes with the price of time. It comes with the price of the cost of the software. And it also might even include hiring an employee just for Salesforce. Lastly, inbound marketing, how they can manage blogs, how they can manage your social media accounts, all those types of different aspects, goes to HubSpot. HubSpot allows you to do so with simplicity as well as at a lower cost than, say, Salesforce. That's why we recommend HubSpot for most B2B small businesses and even some B2C small businesses, depending on your level of transactions. If you're a low transaction company, we would definitely suggest you using HubSpot. If your company is still using Excel sheets and Post-it notes to try and track and keep sales in order and understand your customers, we highly suggest using a CRM. A CRM will help you make that leap to more exponential revenue by giving your sales team and your staff and administrators more time to focus on what they need to generate more money, as well as providing a greater experience for your customers, which is always valuable. All right, so let's transition a little bit here to creating an omni-channel experience. So what is the difference between omni-channel and multi-channel? Most companies have multi-channel, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's better than a single channel and is definitely better depending on the level of integration you have. So the closer you can get to the omni-channel, better off you are. So the difference is we have these, say, 5 examples. We have Twitter or X, we have Facebook, Google Ads, TikTok, and Instagram for our business. That's what we want to use to attract it in people. So it doesn't matter which of those channels you want to use. So you're going to take these channels and you're going to drive traffic then to your website or your POS system. What this is doing then is you're getting data on your website. You're understanding your customers maybe through Google Analytics. So the ads that you're running on Google Ads are sending that traffic to your website, and then they're converting in your POS system. Whether or not that's either just integrated in your website, or maybe you have something like Square that you use as well. That data then stays there. Maybe your Google Analytics can tell you that, this person converted, this is their demographics approximately, and these are these assets that, these data points are the ones that line up with this person to let you make it maybe a persona. So it lets you make that marketing persona, but then that's what it is. It's one-way communication. Your Google Ads sending data to your website then is converting these customers, and then that's it. No data going back and forth. That's really where omnichannel comes in. So omnichannel lets you create experiences that are based on data. So we can do things like integrating our website with this CRM or a data lake of some sort to collect that data and hold it. Then we can pass that information back and forth between the different channels. This is really even useful for things like emails, when you have your website, Google Ads. So these things can really amplify each other by giving different data points as well as offering a more customized experience. For example, if someone fills out a Google Ads form, fill out your website, and then you send an email to them. If you can customize that email to their exact needs and their exact offering, you are much better off than you were when you're just sending out a blind email. For an example of this, one way you could do that would be, say someone is buying a commercial real estate property. You have partners with cleaning agencies as well as a construction company that can help make modifications to that commercial real estate property. Depending on the journey that the person takes throughout the buying process, you can then send a customized email to that person following up, offering them maybe a cleaning service for their new company. Or if they just purchased, you'd offer them maybe the construction services to try to get those upsells and make that partnership and grow it and build trust. Those things really add up over time, and this is really key to building a strong relationship beyond just updating somebody's name with, hey, John. I mean, almost everybody can do that to some degree. I mean, if you have MailChimp or any type of email marketing campaign management systems, you can definitely do that. I mean, MailChimp easily will put in someone's first name. But giving them a customized experience that is relevant to them at that time is really what you're trying to accomplish with a more omni-channel experience. You want the person to receive information from you that is relevant and timely, and that helps them accomplish their goals, not just to sell them something extra. So an omni-channel experience will help you grow your business as a whole and amplify those customers' experience. So how do you create an omni-channel experience? I mean, there's easier ways, There's more complex ways. That all really depends on what your business is, what type of products you use, and the softwares that you're using as well. I mean, HubSpot, Salesforce are two great ways to start off in your omnichannel experience area. They even allow you to, kind of branch out. So for example, we use WordPress for a lot of our websites instead of hosting it through HubSpot. But then we still pass all that data from HubSpot into our WordPress site and vice versa. That way we're still making that constant loop without having to transition our whole site into HubSpot and having to manage it through there. Google is also great. They offer the ability for you to track data. They also offer the ability to push data between different channels. For instance, Google Tag Manager, you can use that to take form field data and push it into your website, as well as Google Ads, LinkedIn advertising, and all those different types of channels. Keep improving your ad campaigns, which we're actually going to get into in our next case study. So our first case study is increasing ad ROI with data. So as I mentioned, data can be really important for your digital marketing campaigns, and this case study will be proof in point. Our problem that we had is that we were faced with cost per lead being 20% higher than the revenue generated per lead. So what this means is that we were having lead costs of nearly $300 for a higher education client. We had a lead cost of nearly $300 for a higher education client. Then we had a lead cost of nearly $300 for a higher education client when they came to us, and they were only generating approximately $250 or so per lead as far as customer lifetime value goes, which is not great. So we had to find a way to try to lower that lead cost because it was astronomical, which we used Salesforce with calculations of their customer lifetime value throughout their journey to optimize ads on Google. What we did was we would take Salesforce, would capture the data from our lead. As they progressed then through the process of becoming a lead to a student, we would continue to optimize our ads deeper and deeper down the funnel to let Google and those other type of advertising platforms target higher value customers instead of focusing on just that first lead. Because we all know when you get a lead, just send to your inbox, you never know what that lead is going to be like. But if you know that 60% of these people are customers, and this is the kind of demographic profile, this is the time of the day that they're looking at, this is where they're located, what type of psychographics they have that are used in Google. You can target those things from a Google perspective and automate it. You're going to see nearly a 56% decrease in advertising spend. That's exactly what we saw. In 3 months, we decreased the cost of their leads by 56% without costing any quality. We were able to get more and more deep funnel leads without spending more. And then we were able to slowly ramp up that spend to get more and more of those deep funnel leads and let them exponentially get increased revenue and profits, all from Google Ads by integrating it with Salesforce CRM. So let's transition quickly. Case study number 2. So case study number 2, we're talking about managing B2B lead flow. This is going to be talking about how you manage those hundreds of leads and how you can keep track of it all, and while still keeping their lead funnel full from the top end, but also nurturing leads as they go through your funnel. So the problem we were working with a startup. They have limited funds and very little time because they're a startup. They have millions of hats to wear. They got to do all kinds of different things, creating their product, working with customers, and even trying to generate new sales. So the solution was we implemented HubSpot, and then we also automated everything we could. We made different kinds of email flows and different paths that people would take as they go through the journey to help them automate their sales process as well as increase their conversion rate with customers and keep them engaged. A lot of leads in the B2B space, they want to be educated. As I mentioned earlier, they really want that personal experience. I mean, no one wants to get that cold email, just, hey, come buy my stuff. We are good. No, they want it to be treated like a human being. So a CRM allows you to do that at a greater scale than what you would be just through an Excel sheet where you're just copying and pasting things. It allows you to create a really a better experience for your customers without sacrificing your time. Honestly, you'll get more time back, which is exactly what we saw when we implemented this for our startup company. We actually saw 10 hours a week being given back to the founders to allow them to work on creating a better product, offering a more personalized experience to their customers, as well as growing their business in other aspects as well. So implementing a CRM isn't just about generating more sales. It can be about getting your employees back time, allowing your team to be more efficient so they can spend time either doing other things, or if they're working long hours, maybe they just need time back with their family. A CRM can really help you implement those benefits without huge costs. All right. So in conclusion, I just want to emphasize that you got to find the CRM for you. Not every CRM will fit your business. For example, a real estate broker we work with, they use something called MoxieWorks. There's other franchises that use, this industry specific, or maybe it's even company specific, depending how big the franchise is. So really got to find the CRM that fits your business and your needs. The biggest thing we can always say is integrating data. We are lovers of data. We use data all the time for everything we can. So we highly suggest integrating as much data in your CRM system with your other channels, your marketing outreach, your sales team. Make it all one cohesive team with data that can be used, be leveraged, increase your sales at an exponential rate. Don't hold yourself back by not using data. It also can be used to automate tasks. As we mentioned in the last case study, we really found that you can use a CRM to make things easier for yourself. Updating tasks to check in with people allows also your customers not to fall through the cracks. We've all been there where you had a potential lead and then, you checked in with them a couple times and then you kind of forgot about them. You lost the note, you lost their business card, whatever it is. A CRM system can allow you to update tasks and update your team with what is the needed information to keep the sales funnel moving forward. We really suggest that automating those mundane tasks that really are normally the things that fall through the cracks, make them an automation. Have a constant email reminder updates of, these are the people we need to check in with this week, then these are the people we need to check in tomorrow, and so on and so forth, to make sure your sales team and your marketing team even are on the same page and moving forward at a constant speed. Lastly, just want to explore. Go out there and play, try things, test out your CRM with other aspects of your business. Maybe you can expand it into a ticketing service. Something we were looking at for EXP First is we maintain a fair amount of websites and we also create websites for customers. So having a ticketing system that is not using our project management software would allow us to make more touch points with our customers, as well as keep kind of interacting with them, and having the sales team and the marketing team all be an understanding of what is going right, what needs to be improved, and it kind of creates it all into one easy-to-see platform in our HubSpot account. We would love to help you create a CRM experience that pulls all data into one omni-channel for your customers, team, and your business to grow. If you're ready to make the leap to a CRM-based platform, give us a call or send us an email. Our email is results@expfirst, that's 1st.com, or our phone number is 717-727-1440. We look forward to helping you make the leap and experience first-party data throughout all of your channels.